And we're back once again, only on Last Call. Last Call to the Alcohol, only on the Last Call YouTube channel. And now join me here on the line. This man will be fighting once again. It's going to be Bellator 288, all the way in Chicago, Illinois. Well, he's planning to start banging with drums for a possible top 10 fight in the featherweight division. We're excited to have once again on the show. I give you Skywalker himself. I give you Lucas Brennan now. Lucas, so it's it's all of a sudden now. It's like with each fight we talk about, is you're getting closer here. How big is this fight for you right now in terms of not just winning, but also making another statement and literally showing Bellator, look, I'm ready for a top 10 fight. I'm ready for guys bigger than Johnny Soto and Ben Lugo.
I mean, of course, it's important, to put on a kind of performance that puts that message out. That I'm at that level and that I'm of that caliber of guy and whatnot. But that's I think it's also not to the disgrace of those guys, right? Because those guys were, I think those guys have potential to be successful in the division as well. They just happen to not, they're not going to find that success with me, but that they, formerly have had good success. And while those guys aren't of that same level of rank or anything like that, I think, getting this next win will be fantastic. I don't expect to be making strides through the top 10 until probably mid next year. I'm cool with another fight or two and then really like breaking into it and not rushing it. I got time and I'm happy with the position I'm in though right now. And when that ranking came out a while back, that was quite nice to see. So there's respect coming around.
Let's talk about your opponent, Nick Talavera. He's 5-1, 4-fight win streak. Three out of those four wins, rear naked choke, Darcy choke. Looks like he actually knows how to use submission wrestling. He knows his way around submissions. How much you look at this fight and go, okay, this gives to be fun. This is somebody who knows what I'm gonna try to do. So I gotta start hiding stuff better. I gotta start setting things up so that he can't see what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, he's clearly um a submission slash grappler type of guy, and I mean I'm excited for that. And he's also a different body type for me. He's 6 foot, right? He's a little taller than me, lanky, and good jiu-jitsu, good wrestling, and has shown that in his fights. And I'm sure his game plan will be different, but I mean my game plan is no secret at this point. And so, yeah, I mean, while things will be masked and things will be hidden here and there, that the idea will be the same. And I'm sure he knows that. And so I think most likely to go out and have a grapple fest, but we'll see how that goes. I think he's very exciting. I think it'll be a lot of fun.
So take us to so when you're doing these submissions, I mean, are you surprised that guys are going to the ground with you? They're not trying to they're not trying to stand up at all costs because it still seems like they for some reason you're able to take guys down, you're able to get into position. Next thing you know, they're just helpless, and you figure eventually somebody's going to just go, no, I'm not even going near this guy here. I'm just going to stand from the outside, try to force him to literally just dive in. I'm not going to worry. I'm not going to worry about his striking. I'm too damn nervous about his takedowns.
Yeah, I mean, I've experienced in all my pro fights, a varying level of all of that. Of there's guys that are like, if I just swarm them, what chance does he have? Like if I just pressure and I just throw, you know, or do I sit? Do I wait on the outside? Do I make him pressure and whatever? Da 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 da. I've done both. I've been the pressure forward guy, and I've been the walk the fence outside guy. And I clearly it is resulting in the same outcome. And I think, I'm sure there's better ways they could have gone about it, but I think whatever formula they want to use, it's ending the same. And there's like I fought Andrew Salas, and this was November of 2020, and he was someone who just rushed me to the fence. Like every round was just all forward pressure. He wasn't landing anything. I was landing on the outside, but he was pressuring. Whereas like some of the earlier guys I fought played the outside a little bit more, and they wanted me to pressure in, which I did and shot, or I played from the outside and shot. And so it's just like whether they're trying to get up or not, I think it varies. Like some of them have gotten in more trouble trying to get up. And so same guy actually, like Salas didn't try to get up once. He took a horrific beating and didn't try to get up once. But like the guy after that tried to get up immediately and got choked immediately. And so I think they're psyching themselves out sometimes. And I think they should try and get up. Johnny Soto, I took him down 3 times in the first round, in the first minute and a half, because I got a takedown. He immediately scrambled back to his feet. I snapped him back down front headlock, immediately back to his feet. I just scored a third takedown at the 90-second mark and finally secure it. Just because he really, really wanted to get back to the feet. And so, I don't know. I mean, I'm finding that with different approaches to my style from my opponents, the result is looking very much the same. And we're continuing to be prepared for different things, but I'm liking what I'm seeing.
So thinking back to the Soto fight, because as you said, you took him down 3 times. He keeps fighting, and it's not easy to take a guy down. That's a lot of friggin' work because you're literally trying to hold somebody down, get it in there, throwing the legs. They're fighting like hell, and how do you not burn energy too quickly? Because we've seen guys do that. They try to get the guy gets up, a big slam takedown. Let's show this guy not to get back up, or they're dragging him down. Once again, they're just, you know, using energy with you is basically just simple trips, little just push him, down a bit. You don't burn too much. How did you learn how to do that without, getting frustrated?
Yeah, I mean, while some of it is frustrating, I think where people burn themselves out is either not securing a takedown. Like there was I wish I don't want to say it's Tim Elliott, but there was someone who like took a fight on short notice in the UFC and got like 9 takedowns in the first round, but then he was dead for the second and third round, like a crazy pace, and then just died because he couldn't just get one takedown and be done with it and secure it. And so sometimes like sometimes there's too much volume, but then also I think there's like a use of your body weight that some people don't use. Like they're just like, if I just squeeze really, really, really tight, I'll get this guy to the ground. You're like, that's not what's going to happen. You're going to blow your arms out. Like it's if you can just hang on the guy, like a Khabib esque kind of like he'll take you down a number of times because he'll let you get back to your feet on the wall and then take you down again. You'll get tired of standing up before he'll get tired of taking you down is kind of how that works. And so like if you drill that and you do that in your training, then that showcases itself when you fight, right? Is like I can get a takedown, fine. He gets back to his feet. I wasn't in a position to hold him, so whatever. Get back to your feet. I'm gonna do it again. And the more you take him down, the more discouraging it is for him, right? To just keep getting up. Like I just got taken out again. I'm gonna get up again. I got taken out again. I guess I'm gonna get up again, and just that repeated process of like gaining no ground, is very discouraging for the other guy. And so, yeah, I think some of it, other guys just use too much like brute like strength in it, and like there is that, but it's if that's all you use, then you just gas so fast, and there's a technical aspect to it that gets left out a lot.
Well, there's a lot to go on here. I want to talk about because we talked about a lot of fighting with you. We've talked about a lot of your match. You've broken down stuff. I want to talk about your babies. And when I say that, you know what I mean here, because you don't have kids per se, but you're a proud papa here because I'm looking at your Instagram, of course, and there's pictures of you with, your entire team, all these, kids who are, I shouldn't say kids, they're in their young teenagers, they're going to the
Yeah.
gym, they're training here with you. How nice is that watching them just stuff it, they start learning and but you're the ones teaching it here. How proud are you sometimes when, all of a sudden you see them like becoming, good at what they do after all this hard work, after all the work that you put into with them and, cheered them on. They've been crying, they're tired, their bodies are sore. When they get those belts, when they get to that next level for you, how happy is it that for you it's like a proud papa moment?
Yeah.
They have grown and developed under you.
They're one of my favorite parts of this, and they're a different, they're a different hat that I have to wear job wise. Like it's they're my second job from fighting, right? Is running that program and being able to coach them. And so like I'm at every single tournament possible. I don't get paid to be there, but I'm at every single high school tournament. I'm at every single freestyle tournament. I took that team out of state. I've moved all over the place, doing things for them, and it's very cool. And I'm happy I've been able to work with them for so long. And like this new school year has started, and so I've had like my last like batch of like seniors graduate, and that was very depressing, and several cried on me, and just like it's very cool. And I find I when I was younger, when I was in high school, like when I was more their age, I was like, I don't know how like my high school coach was like the way he was, or like my club coach was the way he was. And now I'm like coaching them. I'm like, oh, I can totally see why he was like a grouchy, mean guy. Like I yell at them all the time, but like, I love those kids. And they're frustrating. They're high school kids, but like I appreciate being able to run that program a lot. And like, yeah, I like seeing that the things I'm teaching and the things that I am displaying to them, not in my fights, but also just like in the program and practice and whatnot, is successful. I've now generated numerous state champs and now college wrestlers, and so I'm very happy with where the program's been.
You mentioned the word love. So how the hell do you fall in love with these, kids? Because let's face it, you're not getting paid. There's probably other people looking, going, "Oh my God, this is crazy. This is why are you doing this? You can do other things here. You can, be building your brand, networking, or going out with friends, hanging out, and you're choosing to train a bunch of kids in
Yeah.
jujitsu and wrestling and all this other stuff. Like, what is it about, this that you just fell in love with?
No, I mean, it's a program that I grew up through. Like when I wrestled in high school, it's the same club that I originally wrestled in when I was young. And now as I've gotten older, the coach I had then moved. He now trains at Olympic Training Center, and so I started running practices and really enjoying it. And there's something about coaching. Like I coach wrestling primarily, and I find more enjoyment out of coaching the wrestlers and going every weekend to coach wrestling than I do coaching jiu-jitsu. And it's a different vibe. I don't know if you've ever been, like, if you go to a jiu-jitsu tournament, and if you were to go the very next day to a wrestling tournament, just the vibe of the energy of the tournament is entirely different. And I don't know, it's very cool. It's very emotional, and I'm just very invested, I guess, in the guys that I've had that have now moved to college and have moved on, or just graduated and been done, and my newer younger kids that have now moved in. And it's a constant, every 4 years, right? You're getting a constant rotation, a new batch of kids. But like you get to see a 4 year progression, more or less, of I met this kid when he was a freshman, and he sucked and he was terrible and he was 0-30. And now I'm watching this kid as a senior, and he's winning state, he's getting D1 offers. And so there's a progression you get to watch, and you get to not be like selfish about it, because they have high school coaches and things like that. But a lot of them don't like their high school coaches and really like me. And so sometimes I have to go to these weekend tournaments because they won't listen to the guy in the corner, but they'll listen to me. So I don't know. They're a handful, but it's a fun experience. And it's something that I'm happy I'm able to balance with this job.
The last question before I let you go, and as you said, you've taken a lot of these kids under your wing. You've mentored them and done all that here, and as you said, some of them are going on to college scholarships for wrestling. It means you're going to be changing your life. How tough is it for you when they? I mean, they're crying, they're in tears when they realize it's going to be over here.
Oh,
How do
dude.
you? I mean, because you play it off like you're a badass. Yeah, we know every guy is, but watching these guys and or these young gals, and they go and you know that they're leaving, they're crying because all of a sudden now this whole journey's come to an end. Do you ever get the water wings? I mean, you're like, all right,
Oh,
hold on, I gotta go to the bathroom. Next thing you know, you're in the bathroom, like, okay, don't cry, don't cry. Okay, I got dirt in my eye,
oh, dude, there
dusty.
was there's two like specific experiences, but like very nearly a handful of times. But there was one kid who's been with me for a very long time and is now like he's wrestling at a nearby college. He's running some of the practices right now at our gym while I'm gone. Currently, I'm out of state, and he had his what at the time we imagined was going to be his last wrestling match ever for high school. I ended up getting like three more out of him later on, but this is like freestyle state championships. He gets hurt and he's super injured. They're gonna take him. He's out of the tournament, and he's kind of getting his stuff together. And he just kind of like looks at me and like just like he just realizes like it's his last match with me ever, right? We're assuming at the time. And he just like breaks down and just starts crying on me. And I've been with him for a really long time. And dude, I just cried with him. I was so upset and just like very emotional. And then like he's like turned to me, he's, I'm so sorry, and just started like crying all over my shirt. And I was like, fuck. Like I just like couldn't whatever. And then later on, one of my kids who is now wrestling for Newman University, big kid. He's like very, very intimidating looking guy. And his last high school match ever, he runs out and just obliterates this state champ from Alabama. Just murders him, just runs him over, and just comes over to me and just cries, just curls in the ball and just cries on me. And that was not an enjoyable experience whatsoever. I don't like that feeling at all. And we both just knew like this is it. Like this is your last pre-college moment. This is the last time I'm allowed to sit in your corner. And yeah, I cried. I was wearing sunglasses inside after that. I just couldn't like hide it anymore. And I was like, dude, this is not a good feeling. And I had a number of kids graduate from the original season, the high school season, but then a couple more, that stayed for the freestyle Greco and whatnot. And then the kids that did graduate, I dragged them back in for one more tournament that we got invited to in Alabama. I was like, we're gonna do one more tournament. Like, I'm not ready to let you guys go yet, so I'm bringing you all back. And just very depressing. But like, I'm happy to see what they've become over the years.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, we give you they'll be fighting Bellator 288. Well, somebody's gonna be crying, but it ain't gonna be him. I guarantee you that. I give you once again Skywalker himself. I give you Lucas Brennan. Lucas, before I let you go, so where can fans check you out at? Where is Twitter page, Instagram, the website? Where can fans and also who are the sponsors going to be for this fight coming up?
Big sponsors for this one. Big sponsors for this one. We have Cram Nutrition, and then Lions Not Sheep, and they're probably my two head sponsors right now. And social media wise, I mean, we're looking at just Instagram and TikTok, just Lucas Brennan MMA. It's just those two spots right there, and then that's it.
Lucas Brennan, ladies and gentlemen, once again, always on a pleasure having on the show. When you come back, stay tuned for more great action coming up once again, only on Last Call. Last Call of the Alcohol, only on the Last Call YouTube channel.